made you different? Like back in the day where you could have done that path of the corporate route. Why did you make different choices?
It's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I never felt like I could. I never felt like I could have a regular job. Like from the time I got out of high school, I never had a full-time job. I had a bunch of part-time jobs. I did some full-time jobs where construction companies and stuff, but I didn't last. I would do them for like a month or a couple of weeks, and I was like, fuck this. Like, whatever it is about, and it was the main source of all my problems in high school. All my problems in high school is I was not willing to do things I didn't want to do. So I would barely get by through high school. Like I would take tests, that would register intelligence or measure intelligence, and I'd be great. Everything's fine. But I would take actual tests based on what I was supposed to be studying, and I fucking barely paid attention. I mean, I squoze through high school with like a C average in most things. I barely got by. And even when I was going to college, I was only going to college. I went to Boston University or UMass rather, in Boston. And the only reason why I went is because I didn't want anybody to think I was a loser. So I was taking classes at UMass, and I was teaching Taekwondo at Boston University, which was like a really good school. And I was looking at all these people that were preparing for life. And to me, it was like, you're going to go get eaten by alligators or something. It's like, what are you going to do? You're going to go get a job? You're going to be working 9 to 5? For whatever fucked up thing that was wrong in my head, I would way rather get up in the morning and deliver newspapers for 3 hours a day or drive limos at night. I had a really unstable childhood. So in my mind, anything that you were locked down to was death. It was prison. And whatever malfunction of my brain, I figured out a way to make it work for me.
Well, that was a survival skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In some way.
Yeah.
But also a lack of, like, I'm not very disciplined. It looks like I'm disciplined on the outside. I'm not disciplined at all. I'm obsessed. I get obsessed with things. Whether I'm disciplined in certain aspects, like with exercise, and I do it when I don't.
You know what's weird? Like the amount of free time we have, but so much of that is like panic of when am I going to get the next thing?
Right.
So it's not enjoyable.
No, it's not enjoyable at all. People think you do nothing. I'm fucking walking around worried. Like you see me out and you think I'm doing nothing. All I'm doing is like trying to find, like, make sure I'm near a bathroom so I don't, like shit myself, and like waiting for the phone to ring. Like,
no, that's what some guy said that a long time ago. Said anybody in this business is a professional job hunter. It's just like you never can be like...
You can never rest easy.
I don't think I've ever met anybody that said, you know what, I made it.
Leonardo, he's good. When it's money, it's all
good.
money.
He never got married.
He's the pain in terms of like, man shit. Never got married. Does his shit.
He's the Jeter.
He's the Jeter
of actors.
Period. And also, you'd be hard pressed to find anybody that has anything bad to say about him. Like when
That's Derek Jeter.
Yeah, but like when you go to a set, you work with and he's working on big movies. Like, 20, 30 movies, however many movies. So it's like hundreds of people that he's come across. And then there's fans. And then there's the hundreds of women. You don't hear anybody going, that cocksucker this, or he worked with me on this. He's just...
No,
he's cool.
No, but he knows how to handle... I met him one time, right?
He's chill.
This is the funniest shit ever. He's standing there. Of course, everyone wants to talk to him. And the guy I was with goes, hey, you want to meet the guy? I was like, I don't want to bug him. He goes, no, go ahead and meet him. So I fucking go over there. And he goes, hey, Leo, this is Bill Burr. He's a stand-up comedian. And then he just nodded. He goes, what did he say? He goes, I'm familiar with his work. Or he goes, all right, I've seen his work. And just nodded like that.
Right.
And it was perfect. He didn't say it was good. He didn't say it was bad. And I could totally tell by the way he said that was just, I don't need another freckled jackass trying to say hello to me. And I just went like, oh, hey, man. And I just walked away. And I was just like, he handled that perfectly.
Perfect. Can you imagine?
Just nodded. I've seen his work.
That's it. And he may or may not have seen the work. You never know. But you walk away feeling good about it.
I had the best wrap it up skills. That was on a whole other level.
Yeah.
I walked away. I felt good. I met the guy.
Right.
We had zero conversation other than I just sort of waved.
But it's a memorable thing.
Yes.
That's some high level shit.
That's 9th degree black belt public figure.
Period. That's like some presidential, like running country shit. Like
what's that martial art where they use your
Tai Chi?
energy? No, Aikido. where they'll use your energy, and next thing you know, like you went to kick him, and then the force you used to kick the person, you go flying into the wall. That's what he did to me.
Use it all against you.
I'm familiar with this work. And he just nodded. It was gracious.
With eye contact, the blue eyes. He gave you quick eye contact. You still don't know. You're still trying to piece
I don't remember.
Imagine that on a girl. Like, you're just all fucked up in the game. That's sort of like elegance. You don't know, like, he likes me, he doesn't like. That's just like, it's
That's
just
sort of elegance.
But that's
I don't think that word has ever been used in this podcast.
No,
Thank you for bringing that in.
It's special. DiCaprio has that shit. I mean, and like, you think about like, the amount of people that he comes across on a daily basis. Just think of like he's in New York. Just think about Leonardo on a fall day in New York. Like,
I picture his life, Grand Central Station. 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you're late for a train, and everybody in there knows you and wants to say hello, and you got to get from the door and make the fucking train that is starting to pull out.
He's not going to make it.
He could make it.
He can make it because he's got it figured out.
He would do, and everyone would feel good, and they would part, and he would just go right through.
It's the elegance. It's the elegance of Leonardo DiCaprio. That should be his autobiography, the unauthorized autobiography.
No, but he couldn't divulge his secrets, and then everybody would know what the fuck he was doing.
But what you said about the Aikido is fucking totally right.
I came home and told my wife that, and it wasn't even like the excitement of meeting him was outshined by how he handled me.
Yeah.
It was fucking perfect.
That's like some Obama shit. Like, that's presidential shit. You know what I mean? Because people are like, they're like bugging. I saw him
He completely blew me off, and I was so fine with it. It was awesome.
It was perfect.
It was a work of art.
How did we get on Leonardo?
It was elegant. I don't know. Maybe
Fame?
Tom Brady? He's a good-looking fella.
See, who? How do we get on fucking Leonardo DiCaprio? I don't even know.
We were talking about job hunters.
Right, job hunters. Having it all figured out.
You can't go backwards. You can't go backwards.
Ever making it.
All right. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Thursday afternoon, just before Friday, Monday morning podcast. And
No, it's not a themed show.
Sure it is.
Why did you do that?
Someone put that in my sound machine. I didn't even ask for it.
You didn't?
No. It's a Thanksgiving surprise.
Somebody's very excited about Thanksgiving around here.
Sure I am. Mr. Turkey is.
It's a turkey gobble.
Yes, it is.
It's our last live show before the Thanksgiving holiday. Or as I call it, the November holiday, because I don't want to,
fair
offend
enough.
anybody.
Absolutely.
And we're not all... Some of us care about the way these turkeys are treated.
Sure. We sure do. Mr. Turkey cares.
Stop doing it. It's one soundbite over and over again. It's not like it's a whole bunch of turkey gobbles.
No.
We're going to have our Thanksgiving table here with the Legion of Skanks later on today.
Come.
What?
Do we have food coming in?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. We don't need food. It's the morning. Plus, it's Tuesday.
I would like a little turkey.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah, you have turkey on Tuesday.
Yeah, I guess so. But then Thanksgiving is not for another couple days. We'll have it then.
Yeah, I'll have it twice.
You will?
Sure.
In 1 week?
Absolutely.
You wild man.
Why not?
You absolute wild man. Well, we'll get into the Thanksgiving festivities. It's Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. You can follow us on all forms of social media at Jim and Sam.
Wanted me to experience a fantastic Italian meal.
Yes, the good meal, good service, they have the whole package.
Okay. You can look me in the eye if you want to.
I understand. Buonasera, amico mio. Come stai? Ecco mi amico Conan.
Signor Conan, buonasera.
Hi, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Buonasera. He's not really Italian, you know that, don't you?
Hey, how are you?
Buonasera.
Buonasera. Ciao.
Buonasera.
Hey.
Now you two hug, please. With each other.
Hug each other?
This is your passion, is that right?
Correct.
Women don't interest you. Food.
I choose to be surrounded by beauty in all forms as often as possible.
Thank you.
Good-looking person, a well-dressed person.
Yes.
A good-looking surrounding.
Yes.
I like to be in places that have style, with people that have style, with food that has style. You know, so much of the
hear
time...
you. Let's get the grub on, huh?
Given the weather, I would love something from Piemonte, as you mentioned. And why not the king of all wines, the Barolo, the king of Piemontese wines?
Barolo.
That's correct.
You like a Barolo?
Barolo is a great one.
Sounds good to me.
I understand.
That was quick.
Thank you.
Do you mind if I look it over? Yes, will do. Thank you. A quick thing I wanted to tell you. Someone once told me that good olive oil should taste like the Tuscan sun. Does that make sense to you?
If it's Tuscan olive oil.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But you can taste the sunshine.
Of course, you can taste the sunshine. You can
Can you
taste
just
the
say,
water.
of course? You can say, like, oh, yeah, that's interesting. When you say, of course, it feels like a put down. Like, oh, right, idiot. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So you can just say, like, oh, yes, that's a good point, Conan. Yes, I've heard the same.
Just understand that these are artisanal works. This wine, this olive oil, are
Just-
the product of a number of factors. The whole is
Do me
greater
a
than the
favor.
sum of its parts.
Stab me in the head. Stab me in the freaking head. Just right here and just drive it through. Jordan and I are now going to go downstairs and meet the chef. Is the chef Italian?
I believe he is.
Okay. If he were not Italian, would that bother you?
It would be another cause for concern. For no other reason other than being that he's Italian, there's a more likeliness that he would appreciate the art of food.
Yeah. I don't know what this means. I've just told his name. His name is Hu Chang.
Come si chiama, amico mio?
Mario.
Mario, Jordan, piacere.
Mario.
Me too.
Molto
Piacere.
bene.
The beauty of the colors, the beauty of what's going on in that pan right now, the bubbling of the sauce, the excitement, the energy. Look how the sauce is reducing. You can see the steam rising off. Incredibly sensual experience.
Would you like me to call the police? You're all excited about the color of a tomato. How many tomatoes have you seen in your life? They all look the same.
That's not true.
Chill out.
I had the pleasure of visiting La Ciao del Tornavento in the Langhe of Piemonte. Probably known as one of the best gastronomic centers of the world. One of the best restaurants
So
in
you
that
were in
gastronomic
Italy and you were in
center.
a good food place.
That's correct. It was a multi-course meal. The meal lasted 4 hours. I had the pleasure of being taken down to the wine cellar when it was over.
And raped. Sorry. Is it weird that I'm just holding this plate now? I'm supposed to be sharing it. Anyway, go ahead. They took you down to the wine cellar. I'm sorry, I was rude. Go ahead. My little joke. I'm sorry, I made a little joke. Go ahead with your story.
I was in a small town in southern Tuscany.
Don't back it up the whole way. I understand you were in. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I've had a little bit too much wine. I'm eating the whole antipasto plate myself. Which is kind of dicky. Go ahead, Chopper.
It was the night of a very important football game. After the dinner ended, I went down to the piazza where the entire city had gathered to watch the game projected on a medieval wall.
And you were raped.
Music to me is very important. I believe when entertaining that music should be playing from the moment the first person walks in to the moment the last person leaves.
I've arranged for music. Do you still play with the bullwhip?
Sometimes.
I don't know if you are aware, Jordan has many skills. Are you aware that he's an expert with a bullwhip?
That I didn't know.
This tortino is the best I've ever had.
What? What are you talking about? Chocolate cake. It's good.
The moistness of the cake. I'm in heaven right now.
Yes. I wish you were.
Listen to me. Just do me one favor. Savor what you're about to put in your mouth. Feel the combination of textures between the gelato and the tortino. Feel the combination of temperatures between the hot and the cold.
You have got.
Savor it in your mouth.
You've got to shut the You're killing me. You're killing my mind. You're killing my spirit. I like you. You're a nice guy. Eat the mush. Shut the pie hole.
Well, that was a fantastic meal. It's about 1:30 in the morning. Jordan and I are headed to a German disco on the Lower East Side. So good night and good eating. Let's do it.
Right over here, Max Weinberg and the Max Weinberg. Say, Max. Go ahead.